Hello everyone. Am I audible? Just write in the chat, okay? If I'm audible. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So before we start, I would like to request each and everyone that please be on a mute, and if there is any query, we will be solving the query at the end of the session, and you can just write me whatever the query is. Okay. So once again, welcome to the CCNA automation, and I hope you are good, healthy, having fun. Okay. Let's begin with a simple question to you all. So, when you hear the word automation, what comes to your mind? You can write in the chat, okay? You can write into the chat. When the word comes automation into your mind, what comes like when I say automation, what comes to your mind first of all? Yeah, Kartik, little bit. Ah, yes, it makes man's life easier. Guys, if you keep on engaging with me, then I will be also giving you very good no, tips and yeah, things that don't require manual efforts. That's something 70% to 80%, right? Automation reduce manual work. Yeah, Ellen, perform tasks without human intervention. That's good. Repeat work in daily automation makes work easier. Yeah, I think you guys know, you came to the point exactly. Automation means doing something automatically without needing manual effects every time. Okay, so if we do work on a regular basis, okay, if we are configuring a router on a regular basis, so we are doing that configuration every day. So with the help of automation, we can schedule it, we can make it easier so that we can so that the router can be configured automatically at a particular time. And let me give you an example. Let's see, if I have one router, so I can do the configuration on that router daily. But if I have 100 routers, I cannot. So here comes the automation part. What we will be doing in automation, we will be writing a script. Okay, we will be writing a script, and that script will be running every time when the router needs the configurations. Okay, for example, like um, for example, if you see Google Maps when you are driving right now on the road, and you checks for the traffic and all, and you see where the traffic is, where there is a less traffic, where like where the signals are there. Okay. So what that Google Map is, it's totally an automation. We are not calling someone, yeah, buddy, you have passed through this road. Can you say, is there a traffic on this road? Or can you check the signals are red or not? So what Google does, Google makes everything automatically that it reaches to you, the live updates, the live things, the live traffic signals, not the live traffic signals, the live traffic. So you don't need to call anyone or check the signals of what the road has. It happens automatically in background. Okay, similarly in networking, automation means configuring, managing many devices at the same time. So if we do the configuration at the same time, we need a script. Without a script and a tool, we cannot configure many devices at the same time. It comes totally into a manual thing. Instead of typing command daily, we will be writing one script, and it will be running at automatically. So just think of an automation as a place where the things are getting automatically, okay, and we don't have to do any manual work. We don't have to do labor work, we can say. We don't have to work hard on this. We have to just work smart, and that's what automation is. So let's come to the next part, further introduction of CCA automation. So in this CCA automation, which is certified Cisco certified networking associate automation, why not we are studying simple CCNA? Look, many of guys are thinking that yeah, we can learn simple CCNA. Why we should learn this automation? Okay, just think, if one person has a good knowledge in networking, and the other has a good knowledge in coding. Okay, and if company is hiring an DevOps engineer, or we can say a network DevOps engineer, now the company needs both. They also need a developer who can write a script, who can work on many languages, C, C++, Java, Python, who can make the things work on that basis, what they need. And the other part, okay, they also need a networking guy who can configure their routers, switches, firewalls, okay, we can say modem, and many of the components are there. So here, Cisco has launched the CCNA automation, which includes both programming also and somewhat networking also and configurations of devices. So if I segregate both of them, uh, it's 50-50. But when we go deep into the automation part, when we learn CCNP automation part, it gets 70 to 30. Okay. And when it comes to a CCI, it gets completely 80% it's completely practical, where we configure it, we write the script, we make use of Ansible, we make use of NSO, we make use of Netconf, OSPF, and many of the different modules. So it's particularly many like in CCI, it's particularly we can say a practical thing. So right now in CCN automation, it's a 50-50 part. We will be learning 50% of theory, we will be learning 50% of practical. Okay, let's jump into a little bit, we can say, a past of CCN automation, like what from where the CCN automation came. So let's learn about the history. So this is also an important, if you go for an interview and if someone asks, so what, where the CCN automation came, uh, explain me when it was launched. So CCN automation was not launched like way back. It was just a recent thing. So back in early 2010s, like in 2010, the networking world was shifting only from hardware to the software-driven networks. Okay, so where the companies were building APIs, okay, controllers, cloud platforms, but network engineers were still only trained for only CLI commands. So they were only working on CLI commands. They don't know how to configure a program or a script with a router or a switch, or how can we make a router a schedule thing. Okay, so at that time and in 2010, they were only configuring the routers and switches. They were not like it was a totally manual work. Okay, so if we are using in a script, so we were not able to configure it with the router and switches. So let's come little bit. 2010 gets over. 2014 comes. There was in 2014, Cisco launched his first CCNA tablet, Cisco tablet. At first, it was a community thing. Okay, so many of the people were uh, joining the community. Many of the people were uploading their code scripts. Okay, and many of the people were engaging with each other, sharing their ideas, sharing their point of view, that how can we grow more in this field, how can we grow this community. And as the number gets more and more and more, the Cisco then launched its own lab APIs and Cisco devices which can be configured with uh, scripting languages and different C++, Java, Python. Okay, so they have launched their devices at that time. They also launched their sandbox. Okay, they also launched their sample codes like where person can get a reference from the how to do it, how to configure it, or how to write the code. So they have launched the tutorials, they have launched the APIs. So it was a completely free thing at that time. So it was somewhere in 2014 where it was just a startup. We can, no, not a startup. It was just a start for a DevNet, totally a new mixture of networking plus programming. So at that time, it was in a boom, and most of the network engineers started learning the programming languages. They started to learn many different APIs. They started to work on programs. So as DevNet grew popular, Cisco understood that the skill set they are going in a very crucial further. Like it's a very critical future. That's why in 2020, along with they redesigned the CCNA exam. They also launched the CCNP exams. They also launched the CCIE exam for the DevNet. Okay, and as same they have also their concentration exams, as you have seen concentration exam like in s- like DevNet in enterprises, DevNet in security, DevNet in SP service provider. So that's where they have launched the CCNA and CCNP and CCI in 2020. Okay, so slowly they were configuring it. Like Cisco was configuring it then and daily. They were growing the CCNA DevNet at that time, and they launched their DNA center, and they also launched their WebEx APIs and very professional courses which they have given in Learning Center right now. So that's where they have launched each and everything. And let's get back to the CCN automation module. Okay, now in 2020, they were continuously only updating the CCNA, CCNA, DevNet, CCNA, CCNP, DevNet, CCI, DevNet. They were continuously adding the new modules which came into the market. They were just updating the exams right now. Now, last few 3 years, back 3 years or 2 years, they said that the AI is in a boom and let's change the name. And the CCNA DevNet, the DevNet changed to the automation. So that's where in February 2026, it will be changed to automation. But the syllabus is not changing as Cisco has mentioned. It will be same as what CCNA, what DevNet is. Okay, and only for CCNA they have not changed. CCNP and CCI they have changed. Give me a minute. So just think of it. CCNA automation is just a foundation for you guys. Many of them are well experienced here who have done the CCNA normal routing and switching, and who also have done many they have learned many programming languages. So I request all of you guys to just lean back, sit, rest, and just hear it out. Okay, that would be something new to learn here also here as you have very good knowledge and good experience, but we also have a very freshers, newcomers who are not familiar with programming, who are not familiar with networking. So what uh, that's what the course is. I have to start with totally a basic thing. Okay. So so why you should learn a CCNA or why should you learn automation? So that's what it's saying. So it blends with networking and it blends with programming and where a network engineer and a DevOps engineer has a very high paying jobs in their own field. If there is an experienced network engineer and there is a fresher DevOps engineer, we can say they will both get the same. Okay, because a DevOps engineer will have the knowledge about the networking, they have the knowledge about programming, they have the knowledge about uh, how to make up bridges between routers and switches, and how to make the gap shorter between network engineer and a programmer. So that's what the thing is. The network automation engineer, we can step forward to the advanced role network and cloud infrastructure engineers, and many of the designations are there. If I would have mentioned it, it was there were a lot. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, guys, today's session will be completely on basics. Okay, I will be also doing some basics. I will just give you some basics about Python, and it will be just a background of what automation is and what has been changed in CCNP and CCIE. Uh, Rishabh, they have changed. They haven't told yet, but they will be changing. As for the CCNA, they have mentioned there will be a no change, and when they will launch, they will change a new syllabus for CCNP and CCI also. Hope so. They should not make many changes because uh, it will affect many people. The learning procedure will be changed and many things. Let's hope for a good. Okay. So this is my pattern of learning. This is not my pattern in the sense it includes all the things that what Cisco teaches us, what Cisco wants us to learn. So I have just segregated into short. First, we will be learning about introduction of Python programming. Okay, and this thing will be of we can say 3 to 4 days of lecture. Okay? And if people are well aware of Python programming, we can also use C, C++, but as Python programming is much more familiar with automations and much more familiar with scripts. That's what we are using right now, and many of the people are using Python, and market also need the Python. So let's learn Python programming first. Then we will be also learning about software-defined networking, where we will be learning about networks and networking, different types of networks like logical, physical, so and networking also. And we'll be also learning about data structures. Okay, data structures in the sense we can say what are the variables, what are the methods, what are the keywords used in Python, how to write a code. Okay, so that's what we'll be learning in Python data structure. And when it comes to the second, the using of Python read and write file. So when I will write the code, how to run a file, how to run a file by CLI, and when how to run the file, how to check the errors, how to troubleshoot it. That's what we'll be using it. We'll be like learning this here. So Python loops and conditional statement is it's a small module of loops, for loop, while loops. So we will be learning this, and then we will be also learning GitHub. It's a version control thing. Uh, if we have to update a version on the requirement, so GitHub do it automatically. Okay, we just have to give them the updates. So this is GitHub is also one of the uh, what we can say it's one of the automation and one of the like version sorry, which controls the versions and which control we can push the code, we can pull it, and many things. GitHub does many things if I just know. So then we will be learning about Python functions. Okay, functions, libraries, development, Python codes, how to configure IoT devices with NetMiko. Okay, so from here, the configuring ISO and devices, here the practical will be started. So if I take the first 7 points, it will be totally a theory thing and also a little bit of coding and coding of Python. And from configuration of IoT devices, we will be starting with the practicals of we'll be working on lab, we'll be working on third party softwares. Okay, so guys, just give me a minute. Let me connect my graph. I will not take much of your time. Okay, I just want to give you a short what are the softwares we will be using. Okay, and sorry if my handwriting is not good. I'm new to my graphics tablet, and so my handwriting is not. Wait, let me change the color. Yeah, it's black. So uh, the software which gives an automation, like which we use for the configuration automation for monitoring our devices. Okay, just hear me out. Don't get confused. For monitoring a device, if I have a device and if I want to monitor it, is it up or down? Is it giving an error? So at that time we will be using solar wind. Okay, just ignore my handwriting. You guys can also take your own notes. Okay, it will be better. We also use SD-WAN. We also use DLAN, which is a Cisco software. DLAN. Okay, these are the automation tools, we can say. These are the automation tools which we use for monitoring our devices, which we use for configuring our devices. Okay, just to make a note if you need it, and what languages we will be using it, or what interface we will be using it in automation when we will be doing our labs. Okay, and what are the this includes both languages and modules. Okay, languages, if I say modules like shell scripting, uh, Python, and we will be also learning Ansible. We will be also learning Postman. We will be also learning Puppet. Wait, this Puppet. Okay, so shell scripting is just for it's for a CLI command. This is the language we'll be using. The Python, the language, and Ansible is a module. Okay, so it's a playbook module, and Postman is the thing where we will be writing our APIs, which is an application programming interface, and Puppet is just a third party tool. Postman is we use Postman for our API testing and API when we'll be writing a script. So if we have to test it, so in Postman we used to test it. And so this Ansible is a small module. At the end of this training, we'll be learning an Ansible. So it's a part of automation. It's a part of integrating our script. And Python and the total script we will be writing in this language. And skill shifting is we can use putty, we can use many different shells or a CLI command line. So I'm just writing a shell scripting. You guys can all use putty also. It's putty is well known. So this totally came into your uh, the syllabus where what we'll be doing and how we'll be doing. So what comes into CLI? Okay, sorry, what comes into the module, the Ansible, and how we will be doing CLI and the Python language, and from which like which help we will be using it, the API help we will be using it. I think everyone is getting on the point. Please let's just write me on the chat that you guys are like understanding if there is any issue, so can move forward. Yeah. Okay. So when you now the language is done. Okay. So many of the guys would have understand. If I write a code in a Python, how can a device understand a Python code? Okay. So a device can understand a Python code, but we have to change it when in which input we are giving and what are the output we need. So the languages, the modules I'm mentioning here, which is an young model, okay, and JSON is a type of data, okay, it's a type of data, okay, where we need our output, one is XML. Okay, so these three are the type of data where our devices give the output. Okay, so we have to understand the Yang language. We have to understand the JSON. We have to understand the XML. So these three can be an input data and can also be an output. Just the data is done right now. We have done the data. Now next, let's clear. I'm clearing the. Okay, so how to write a script? Okay. Before we jump into the coding part, before I jump to the Python and how should we write the Python code, let me explain you uh, how to how a script works. Script works, okay. Or else how a software works. Software script, we can say application. So we should like we should know the basic understanding how a software is working, how a script is working, and how an application is working. So I have a question for you. Just guys, write on the chat. What is a program? No, sorry. What is an application? What is an application? What is an application? For your point of view, what's an application? Okay, right. Good. I like the group of program. Good. Group of program. Any more answers? Application interfaces we can use to perform tasks based on programming. Yeah, that's that's also similar. Program is a set of instructions. Okay, so yeah, it's a set of instructions. Kala, you are absolutely right. Piece of software designed to solve a problem. Yeah, this is also right. It's a kind of program which is designed to a specific function. Rahul, you just got you went too deep. Okay, let's get outside. It's too deep. Okay, so right now an application is a set of a program. As Kala mentioned, application is a set of a program or a group of a program, and a program is a set of instructions. A program is a set of instructions. Okay, and now also as you have mentioned many things, now tell me what is instruction? If I'm giving an instruction, so how can I give an instruction to a person? Okay, just think point of view that I am giving instruction to a computer. So how can I give the instructions? Write me in the chat. Yeah, similar by writing a code. Okay, by using a programming language, right, Kala? I think only Rishabh, Kala, and Rahul, I think so. With that much of people are just responding. Where are the other guys? Okay, let's move further. Yes, Kala, you are right. But before we write a programming languages, uh, we have to know in programming language what we use. We use methods. We use variables. We use input and output. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, zeros and ones. This is also fine. Plus, uh, so we use by writing it. Uh, So we write the codes. Okay. So by writing a code, the code comes in different phases. Like if I'm writing a code, I will be writing a code in a phase like set of keywords. Okay. Keywords, set of variables, functions, it's input and output. What I'm giving the input in the sense what I'm giving a print function, and output comes into the CLI, or else what we are getting. So those are the set of instructions we are giving to our program, or we are giving the set of instructions to our applications. Okay. So that's where program the application totally works. Same goes for a software too. Same goes for a script too. Okay. So and a script. Wait, let me erase it. Okay. So as for the script has a little bit changes. It comes into the instructions, but script need a specific instructions. Okay. When, where, how. Okay. So just think when we need to run the script. Okay. Where we need to run the script, and how. Okay. Just think I have a router one. Okay. I'll be doing the manual configuration daily, but okay. Handwriting is just going cross. Leave it. So I have hundreds of routers, and we will be using when we need the router. Okay, I need the router to configure on 100 routers. Okay, which is connected to a single switch, and where I need it on my management PC, or else my all the admin PC. Okay, sorry, my handwriting is very bad. Management PC and admin PC. Okay, like every each and admin in a corporate will get the access of this all routers. And okay, and how it should be on a basis of time, date, or else we can say monthly, time and date. Okay, so that's what the script needs. When we are writing scripts, keywords are there, functions are there, but we need a set of instructions, we need a set of dictionaries. Okay, big dictionaries we used to write in the variable forms. So that's where that's how the script used to be written. So it's a simple way of explaining you. Okay, so I think you guys understand what how the application works, how a software works, and how a script works. So in automation, not only Python come like Python, we use Python. We also use C, C++, but it depends because Python is very friendly language overall. If I compare to each and every languages, that's why many people when they are using when they are writing a script, they use Python. Okay, so first of all, let me change the screen share. Okay, you guys can see my Python. Okay, so currently we will be learning these things. Okay, first of all, we will be learning the foundation of the basic foundation. Okay, so you guys can search on a Google W3 school. So it will help with your Python learning. I will also teach you, but if you need a better understanding, if you need I think like right now in this network in this course, I'll be only covering that much topic, which we'll be using in our CCN automation course. But Python is a very large language and it has many things to learn. So you can just go on W3 school and learn by yourself. Yes, we use Java, Kala. We use Java. So if we use Java, but the Java uses for the automation are very less. Okay. So particularly the Python is where if Python is where like we can say 80% of people are using Python and rest are C, C++. That's all. So if you need the Java, as I have seen many people using Java as a they write scripts, but they write the script in their own system, like in the school system, in the sense they should write the code totally from start to end in totally in Java. That's where so it will not be using anywhere in the between. Can say okay. I will explain this topic to you another time. So for the Python basics, we'll be using in our course right now. So in course, the variables, data types, okay, and string float, tuple set. Okay. We also have the operator. We also have our operators. Okay. So this operators is essential for you. Input and output is important. Indentation is something. It's a very small topic. So, but it's important. Indentation is very important in Python, but indentation is not important in any other language. Indentation is only for the code readability in other languages, but not in Python. We should have a proper indentation. So control structures like if and conditions, okay, and for loops and while loop, breaks pass, uh, functions is not it. We use the function as there are many, but we don't use like normal. Uh, like we use less number of functions. We use mostly dictionaries and uh, variables in CCNA in this, but function is also an important part. Just go through the function also in the W3 school. And data structures very important for networking. List, sorting, IPs, devices names, dictionaries. It's totally a very important thing. Dictionaries, how can we make a variable, single variable to a dictionary variable? Okay, set of tuples, file handling. So file handling, as I've said, working with JSON, YAML, and XML. So most network APIs use these formats, as I mentioned. Exception handling, try catch error. Okay, that's what exception handling is. And module packages, libraries we'll be using Netmico, SPF, okay, and DCNA, DNAC. Okay, so there are many things I mentioned here. So I'll be yeah, starting with the basics and basics. Okay, let's close this down. Let's get back to the PPT. Okay, so first and foremost, uh, guys, you can download your ID, ideally, your ID, whatever the thing is, ideal, and the Python IDE, which we use for the coding. You can install it from Google Play or else use your VS Code. You can also use Python script. Okay, we use Python scripter. So it's a very old compiler. You can also use that. So right now we will be starting with simple Python codes. Okay, I will be explaining you as I haven't made a proper PPT for that. But let's start with the Python by tomorrow. Okay, we will be like holding the session for only for today because we have covered most of the basics what we'll be learning and what the syllabus is. And we will be starting tomorrow with the Python basics with a variable, with how to write a syntax and how what operators are, what operands are. That's all. So you guys can write the query if you have any query. Can you please give the details of Python installations? Okay, bro. Class timing. The class timing will I will be differing it because that could be like I have many different classes for CCNP also and for CCI also. So that I will be changing timing a lot. So sorry for that, but it will be between 5:30 to 6, not like not early and not after 6. Okay. Can you please give the details of Python installation? Okay, okay. I will show you the Python installation. Wait. Okay, as you are watching my screen. So first I have my Python ID here. Okay. So how can you download this thing? Okay, so it's getting open in my CLI. Okay, SD-WAN, DNAC, and third one is this one, SolarWind. It's a monitoring tool. The, like the three of them have their different uses. Okay, so let's solve. Okay, guys, let's solve first what Nish has told me that he needs a proper instructions or how to download the Python. Nish, just wait. Finish. So just type Python. Okay. You can also work on Python compiler. Okay. Just use program as the GDB debugger or else download Visual Studio Code. So it's just a normal, it's nothing like complicated. You can download it here. Just go down. This, yeah, this one. Okay. So just read the every instructions right now they have mentioned. It will be helpful for you. Download it. Click on a download and where you need it. Like you need for Windows, for Linux, Mac, and that's all. And also we have a simple Python scripter which I used in my old days. Many of them don't know about this scripter. Yeah, PyCharm is okay, but mostly more PyCharm being used for the Mac users mostly because it's a very good user friendly that they have a good UI for the Mac user. PyCharm is also good, guys. No, use any. You can use compiler also because it's a basic Python. So nothing much of you will like nothing much of UI work you will be doing it and libraries. So you can just download it from here. Okay. So anyone else? Could you please tell me the Python topic for CCNA automation? Yeah, Python topic for CCNA automation is Python based. The control functions, the variables. Okay, just write it down. Variables, building functions. Okay, data structures, dictionaries. Okay, so list of dictionaries, file handling, error handling. Okay, exception handling. So we will be using module packages, different types of libraries which can be used on our Cisco devices. Let me go. Okay, just there are many. So just go through it. If it includes now we need no, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. I think no one else have the error. Like have any query? Let's. I will end this session. Okay. See you tomorrow. And tomorrow, I have said we will be learning Python. And as we first learning the programming language, then we'll be moving forward with that our networking configurations. Okay, guys. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.